Hey YouTube, I'm back with another video with special guest, Miss Deborah Griffin Jackson. Woo! It's my mom,
Hey.
guys, for those who don't know.
Hello.
So today's video is gonna be basically just getting her perspective and things, how she sees things through her eyes, and dealing with my conditions and healing and all that good stuff, and what it's like being a mother and having a daughter with these conditions. So we're gonna let her speak to it overall really quick, and then I'll have some specific questions. So before we start, so I hope you guys are all been doing good, and thank you for your continuous prayers and encouragement. I appreciate you guys so much.
So just speak to.
Yeah, you can just speak. Yeah, just overall.
Okay. So overall, this has been really challenging, mainly because I didn't think it would last as long as it has. So now our trust, my faith in God, sometimes kind of wavers, but for the most part, I am confident that Danielle will be healed. And when this first came about, we didn't even know what this was. We didn't know. And when they gave partial diagnosis about things, I didn't believe it because they named so many things that it was unbelievable. And that's the frame of mind that I kind of stayed in until things progressed.
And just so you guys know, for if there are any people who are new, what the world has diagnosed me with is polymyositis, which is an autoimmune disease that affects the muscles where your autoimmune system attacks your own muscles. I have been diagnosed with scleroderma, which is more so the skin and main organs of your body. And then more recently, like over the past 2.5 years, congestive heart failure, for those who are new. So yeah, it's, been a road, as some of you know who are not new here. You guys know ups, downs, twists, turns, good days, horrible days. My mom has been a big part of my support, a person who lifts me up, my prayer warrior always, even if I can't do it for myself. So she's played a big role in being one of the people who gives me hope and a reason to, continue to push forward. So I have some questions for you, Mom.
Okay.
So my first one, and I'll try to give a little bit of a timeline for those who don't know. Some of you guys kind of know. So I had Kylie 2015. Symptoms began in 2016. Didn't get the official diagnosis till 2017, but we all started to see changes around 2016.
Well, can I say something?
Yeah.
Because right after you had Kylie, and I came out here to visit with you, and honestly, I was watching because we went to the store. I'll never forget. We went to Sam's Club that day, and we were bringing groceries in, and so I'm running up the stairs and with bags and things, and you weren't able to. And I noticed.
I just thought it was because I was newly, had just had the baby.
And something just hit me then and said something's not right. And then by the time I left, it was like I almost felt like I don't want to leave. Something's not right.
And then she actually came back.
Well, I left.
You left, and then you guys came back because we moved to Stockton, and you guys came back for that cheer competition.
But even before that,
I don't remember
I'll
you
never
coming
forget,
back.
she was still a baby. And because I remember
We
the
lived
Spirit
in
of God
Capel.
saying, I went back, and the next day is when I got the call that you were in the hospital.
Oh, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Yeah, because I went to the hospital literally when Kylie was about 5 weeks.
Yeah.
5 weeks old. Yeah.
Because the struggle was,
But see, I didn't know. Then when I went to the hospital, it was heart stuff. But we just were like, oh, you know, it's postpartum related type of stuff. So still didn't seem like a huge deal.
because they were saying postpartum stuff. And so we want to give it a year.
To be fully healed.
Right. And you should be okay in a year.
And I remember
Year
getting
came.
it. The healing, as far as when I went to go check with the cardiologist, she's like, your heart's functioning even better and this and that. And we were like crying, like, oh, thank you, Jesus. Like, yeah. And then next year came, and I remember my mom coming back,
That was
and
the
Kylie was still a
competition.
baby. And she came back for Anaya and Sinai were in like a cheer competition. And I'll never forget, we went to Six Flags. And walking and stuff had become so hard that we went all the way up there. And do y'all know I missed these babies' competition? All because I couldn't make it. And I still tried. I never stopped walking. And when I got up there, they had already performed. And so I was, that's when I started to get mad. So I was like, what's going on? So, anyways, so Mom, how did you feel when you heard that I was first diagnosed with the first autoimmune disease?
Right. Well, my first thought was, where did this come from? Nobody else in the family, had anything like this. When they gave you a name, I think I was really trusting God, so I didn't research it like I could have, because to me, I was like, this is not right. It's not real, because again, there's no family history of this. Where did this come from? And because of the things that they were saying, it was so new to us, so new to me, that I didn't want to believe it.
And they kept trying to tell me I was fine. That's what was really crazy.
That was
they
the
kept
thing.
on trying to say, oh, your tests are normal. I don't know. Like just, sometimes it just takes the woman's body a while to bounce back, like after a pregnancy. Like, no, sir.
There was
different.
something going on. But because I am such a believer in God, I see things in the natural and I see things in the spiritual. So for them to even say to you, okay, there's nothing really wrong, I'm saying to myself, yep, there's nothing wrong. We just have to really pray against this and defeat it. But then the physical things really started, showing up. So I was still kind of in disbelief, but then belief.
Yeah. Yeah.
If that sounds.
Yeah.
Because
it's like you're like, it's something, but you don't want to fully accept
I don't want to.
what they're saying, because you're like, it's something, not that.
Right.
So, okay. So my second question is what has been the hardest thing for you to have to see as a mother during this time?
So as we have now advanced into this, because it's been several years now, and to watch you struggle. The times when I'm looking at you through FaceTime because we're talking and you can't breathe, you can't talk, and I'm here, I'm in Denver, I'm not here, I can't be here to help or assist. And even the one time when I was here, and I'm like, God, what do you want me to do? Of course, he says, just pray and trust him. So I think that seeing you in a situation like that and being so helpless and not being able to do anything, it's horrible, because a mother wants to protect her child. So that has been so difficult. It's been really difficult to experience that.
Yeah. I often, me and Kelton in the past would hide things from her when they happen, or if, something was going on, we would just not answer the phone in the moment, because he knows her heart as well as I do. And we're both parents. And so we know, I'm like, she can't see me like this. I'm like, my mom, she gonna have a fit. She gonna be like, what's going on? What do we need to do? Do I need to come? Everybody knows that my mom is like that. So I appreciate it, but I know it will be hard for me too as a mom. So, Mom, how do you feel like I have grown through dealing through this process, I guess?
I can say, one day when I just kind of broke down, and it was between me and God, and he started showing me you. And he said, I want you to just look at her and see what she's battling and how she's handling this. He said, you raised her to be the way she is now, which was strong. And when I kind of started looking at the other side of things, knowing that you're suffering through this and all, but also seeing a spirit in you that won't give up, that keeps pushing, and then that part of it makes me excited, because he said, the average person would have given up, would have just threw in the towel. And I know sometimes you have your up and down times, but your persistence, and it lets me know that there's a spirit in there. The Spirit of God is in there, and it's allowing you to, yes, experience this, but still continue to persevere. And when I look at that, because I know, like even through the COVID thing, so many people are dying in the hospital, young and old. And to see God strengthen you to endure that until finally you just came out of it, that's just, it's like a miracle every time to me.
Yeah, to me too.
And he just lets me know how very, very real he is.
Mm-hmm. For sure. Okay. You need a second. You want me to go to the next one?
Go ahead.
All right. So, what do you feel like you've gained, if anything, through this process?
Hope. God says in his word that faith is the evidence of things hoped for, but unseen, things unseen. And now I know what it's really like to continue to hope, to wake up with it every day, and to continue to trust him. Definitely strength. Because to continue to go every day about your normal business, knowing, what your condition is, and I wish I could be here more often.
Right.
I really just don't know what I'd do if I didn't believe and trust in him. There's just no other way.
Yeah, there's no
He's the
way
only
to
one that
even
can
deal with
sustain
it.
you, that can continue to speak to you, give you peace of mind. everything that you need to just continue to do life.
Excuse me. Sorry.
I'm learning, and I think I heard like Joyce Myers or different ones say that you can't just wait for everything to be okay, to be happy, and to enjoy life.
Yeah.
Even
And I
while
have
this is
felt like
going
that.
on, we have to continue to enjoy things that are enjoyable.
Live to
God
the best of
is,
your ability.
He's always sending balance. So along with the bad, you have really good times, and so he's helping me to, as I put my trust in him, continue to just enjoy things, even though it's not just the way I want it right now. I'm still
And I
learning to
won't be
enjoy.
discouraged from enjoying my life in whatever way that I can. So, because I used to feel like I just don't want to do anything. Like, what's the point? What's the point in going here? I can't do this, I can't do that. And so it allowed me to see the beauty in other things. Like, see the beauty in maybe not being in the water, but looking at what God created, the peacefulness that an ocean gives, and just enjoying looking.
And
I used to feel like I didn't want to go anywhere with water because I'm like, I can't. That's one of my favorite things to do, always has been, is swim. But it's like, I can, but there's an insecurity that I think it's natural. If you have any health condition that has hindered you from doing things that you're used to being able to do, sometimes it can create an insecurity in you to where you don't have the confidence to even try to do those things that you used to do.
I know.
So
you asked a question about other growth that I've seen in you, and that's one of the other things I have noticed is how you now really look at the beauty in life,
for sure.
and you're more gentle and just calm, and you really suck the life out of every moment. I know. You don't wait. And that's a growth. Yep, that's a growth I've really seen in you.
I appreciate it.
Which is such a spiritual thing.
My mom is emotional like me, you guys. So y'all done seen me cry 80 times in these videos. Y'all already know. So, Mom, my final question is, what would be your advice to other people, and I'll prefer you to more specifically parents dealing with, or what would be your advice to parents who have children with who are struggling with health issues?
Yes. I would just say, be there, be in the moment, read up on things. We are more, trying to do things in a natural way. So read up on the natural things that you can do.
I'm so sorry, you guys.
Okay. So read up on the natural things that you can do, how you can assist. Pray. Watch the food intake. I wish I could be here more often. So if you're in the state where they live, don't take for granted, even though they may appear to be strong and making it through certain things, pay attention to the small things and the smaller struggles. I'm one who likes to try to get in. She tells me not to, but I'm like, no, if I see that you want to get up, you want to go to the bathroom, I'm going to be there to help and to assist. I'm watching her body language to see what her needs may be. and try to be proactive in that so that there isn't this big struggle. It amazes me the people that aren't more in tune. So I would just say be there, be in tune, and just be as helpful as you can, and just being
Don't
there.
feel
I know
guilty about what you can't do.
you can't
either.
feel guilty. Well, you can,
But
but
don't.
I lean on God so much. I just lean on Him for all of this, and I cannot wait until this is over, and
Because it's
we
going to
already
be.
have the victory.
Yeah, I already
We know it. But making it, I pay attention to the walk. I pay attention to all of my feelings so that I can know areas where maybe I even need to build myself up in faith and trust in Him. So I'm watching my feelings and emotions as well, because if it doesn't line up with the Word, I don't want that to be a part of me. I want everything about the Word to line up. So, and draw that to her attention and her knowledge as well. So I say just be there, be there, be there. Be in tune and pray. Really pray.
That's good. I would agree. I hope that I never have to go there when it comes to my kids. But yeah, I would say being the person who has it, those are all helpful things. It's a struggle. You never want to feel like a burden. You don't want to feel like you're asking for too much. But then there's stuff that you need. And so sometimes, I guess, with my mom, I'm like, that's my mom. So I can ask her.
Right.
Like, that's my mom. I don't want to,
We spent so much time working with individuals, developmentally disabled individuals, and I've had to wash them and do all kinds of things. So I'm thinking, my daughter, are you kidding me?
Right.
I'm in the trenches 100%.
Yeah, like we've been doing this for
do
other
you need me to
people who are
scratch that for
strangers.
you? Whatever you need,
She
I got
is,
you.
y'all. Like, she treats me like I'm her little baby. I'm like,
Because
are you sure you want to be in here? She's like, girl.
I just put myself in her shoes, and I'm like, God, because I don't know what it's like. I know one night when I slept over there and you slept here, and I'm
On this
kind
couch.
of moving from side to side, and then I look at her and I'm like, she hasn't moved. She hasn't asked me to move. I'm
'Cause
like,
I
do you
couldn't,
want to
y'all.
move?
I
Do you want
hate
to
it.
turn to the other side? Let me assist you in doing that, because it does get uncomfortable just to lay there in the same position the whole time. I've had some scratches where I'm scratching here, and I'm like, well, do you need me to scratch? Are you itching anywhere?
I'll be
Surely
itching
you
all
are.
the
If
time.
I'm having these things happen to me, surely this is happening to you. So can I help you with that?
Yeah, things like that are definitely appreciated, because those are the like uncomfortable things that you just feel like it's like 2 a.m. I should not be
I don't
bothering
care.
somebody about this. But when you have your mom, with my mom, she's already like a nurse, so she's already waking up like, are you okay? Are you okay? I'm like, yeah, I was asleep, Mom, thanks. Are you good?
Because I can't imagine just sitting there and laying there
And not
being
being
able
able
to
to do it, yeah.
move around and do your
I've told you
thing.
guys before, do not take those small things, being able to reach an itch, being able to just rotate
Your body.
in your bed when your one arm gets sleep, because you laid on it in a certain way, and then you can switch to the other one. Your girl, I need help. Somebody, please.
So, yeah.
So,
I know there are times back home I'll have a little pain or something in my body, and the Holy Spirit will tell me, that's what Danielle feels. I said, this is what it feels like. He said, yeah. I know what to pray. Things that I keep praying against. So, yep.
well, we are not going to keep you guys. No, we did film this video Friday, but you guys will see it Sunday. So happy Sunday. Hope you guys eating some good food. Enjoy. And have a blessed day for those who went to church, for those who didn't, for those who watched the podcast. Whatever you did, probably a whole bunch of you guys got y'all's women sitting there while y'all watching football. So that's probably what we'll be doing on Sunday.
Just say, don't take anything for granted. Enjoy life to the fullest.
For sure.
No matter what's going on, enjoy it to the fullest.
Yeah.
Y'all be blessed.
Bye.
Bye-bye.